All right, these are actually lied. There's actually 2 more of the Western movies, and I lied twice. Actually, I said I didn't have Django, and here it is, the Blue Underground release of Django, starring Franco Nero. So, awesome film. Who doesn't love a guy who drags a coffin around? And the last Western we have is Once Upon a Time in the West. Really good movie. Really long, though. It's like 3.5 to 4 hours long. And I wanted to say it was shot in CinemaScope, which is where it took 3 full-size movie screens to watch it because it was so wide. Also another Sergio Leone, so it's a spaghetti Western, technically. Now these are our comedies. I'm not the biggest comedy fan, but...
I am.
Yeah. Jackass 3, unrated.
We picked that one up at a pawn shop. We did not pay $30 for it.
No. Personally, I think this is my favorite one. And I think half the reason is because they're sober during the filming of it, so you know that the pain is real.
I love when Steve-O knows he's going to get hurt and the look on his face like, oh no, it's coming.
Yeah, I don't want to be Steve-O. Says Chef.
Chef.
Good movie. Really good movie. A lot of big stars in it.
Scarlett Johansson.
Robert Downey Jr., Jon Favreau, Sofia Vargas. Yeah. Oliver Platt. Lots of big names in that movie. And of course, the classic A Christmas Story. You can't go without Christmas without watching it.
He doesn't.
I watched it once this last Christmas.
That's true. You only did once.
There's Home Alone.
That's one of my personal favorites from childhood.
I've saw it so many times when it first came out. I'm kind of over it.
And we got Crocodile Dundee number 1 and 2.
Yeah, great movies. They're fun. They're stupid, but they're fun.
And that's kind of the whole point.
The classic Blues Brothers. Don't see the sequel. Listen to the sequel's soundtrack. But this is definitely a great comedy. Dan Aykroyd when he's skinny. Another classic, Young Frankenstein.
Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
He's always fun.
I don't think he wrote that one. No, I take that back. He wrote that one, but he didn't. There was another movie that he did either before or after this one. But this is a great one too. And then there's Kingpin, which is an awfully bad comedy. Woody Harrelson with a hook, former bowler with a hook, an Amish guy who plays by Randy Quaid. Oh God, it's so bad. And this is the movie I don't think Mel Brooks actually wrote. This is Blazing Saddles, which some people hate.
It's a love-hate relationship. You either love the movie or hate the movie.
Which is sad, because if you hate this movie, I don't want to know you. Moving on. Cameron Diaz in Bad Teacher. Nope, never watched it.
Haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. It's got to be an awkward movie, though. Because it stars our ex with him. Yeah. Backup Plan.
Actually, really cute romantic comedy.
The last Tim Burton original idea. Beetlejuice. Which Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice makes this movie. So. Keanu Reeves in The Replacements. I really enjoyed this movie. It's too bad it was made when he was going through a dark time in his life, but it was a good movie. Scary Movie 5. I don't know why, but this movie made me laugh. It's so bad. I mean, it's just so terrible, but it's funny. 7 Psychopaths, which I haven't watched yet. So.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh God, this movie is so funny. If you haven't seen Tucker and Dale and you're a fan of horror movies or comedies, this is great because it's a horror movie from the side of the hillbillies, and it's great. What's really bad is this movie came out in like 2013, but it's sat on the shelf since 2010. I think they're working on a sequel.
This is definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, oh.
It's so much fun.
And Troma.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yes, from Troma Studios.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about that movie. It's good. It's fun. But Jesus Christ, if you're not a fan of low-budget grindhouse style, like, comedies, then that movie is not for you at all.
And if you're wondering what the noise is in the background, our cat is snoring.
Yeah.
The Ugly Truth. Actually, this was a really cute one with Gerard Butler and Katherine Heigl.
Too bad she turned out to be kind of a bitch.
Well.
Yeah.
I think that's her natural personality.
She's working on it.
When in Rome.
I'm a Christian Bale fan from, Veronica Mars. So I pick up a lot of stuff that she's in because she's pretty funny and a good actress.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. I've seen it on TV.
Warm Bodies. I've read the book and watched the show. Two completely different things, but both are great.
She made me watch it. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, I really enjoyed from the zombies' point of view and how he, love conquered all sort of thing. It's sappy.
And if you'll stare at this and he looks sort of familiar, he is Knox off of Mad Max Fury Road.
Yep, he also plays in Jack the Giant Slayer.
Actually, he's becoming quite a known actor, except I don't know his name.
Well, we can fix that.
Oh, jeez. Moving on. Yeah, you can't fix that. Just move on.
We'll come back to it later.
And the classic The Sting. I think this movie won the most Oscars ever at one time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great con movie, but it's also a great comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And we got the Ocean Set.
Yeah. Watch the first one, skip the rest. I wish I could say more, but that's really all it is. You need to skip the rest. They're awful. Kick-Ass 1 with Nicolas Cage, who I love.
Nicolas Cage.
So, and Kick-Ass 2, which I haven't seen. Yeah.
I think I've seen it once.
Unfortunately, that movie there's not going to be a third one. There's a comic book series of Kick-Ass 3.
Mm-hmm.
Right before it came out and everything, Jim Carrey refused to do any press for it because he felt bad about the violence in it. So who knows? I don't know the whole story behind it. My Name is Bruce with the always great Bruce Campbell. So not much to say about that one. If you haven't seen it, check it out. The much crapped on A Million Ways to Die in the West. A lot of people really hate this movie. I loved it. I'm sorry. I thought it was funny.
People die at the fair.
Yeah, people die at the fair. And the reason Liam Neeson is the bad guy in this movie is actually kind of a funny story. In the first season of Family Guy, there was a joke about Liam Neeson playing an Old West outlaw. And when it came time to make this movie, I can't remember his name, Seth MacFarlane, that's his name, asked him if he wanted to do, as a joke, and Liam Neeson said sure, as long as he got to use his real accent. And that's how Liam Neeson actually sounds. So, oh my God. Mel Brooks's Robin Hood Men in Tights.
It's my movie. It's hilarious.
I love Mel Brooks movies, but this one is so hard to watch sometimes.
It's terrible, which makes it great.
No, it's just terrible. Moving on. Speaking of terrible.
This one's also my movie. Dark Shadows with Johnny Depp.
Was this a Tim Burton film? You can check. Yes, it is.
Yes.
See, just Tim Burton's. I mean, I like his direction. I like the gothic style of his movie, but he needs to do original stuff. This is a TV show from the 70s, right?
A lot of people didn't like it because they compared it to that. I have never seen the original, and I like this one. I love the way he curses.
Yeah, well, the problem is the original wasn't a comedy. So, moving on. Coming-of-age story called Dazed and Confused. This is a great movie. I loved it. Everything about it. Matthew McConaughey. I think Matthew McConaughey was stoned. I don't think he even knew he made a movie.
Mila Jovovich.
Yep. Yeah, she was in it. I think she's like...
Milu.
Yeah.
Definitely a maybe. It's a really, really cute story.
Yes, it is. It's really good. I liked it. I was surprised by it, but I really liked it.
Larry Crown.
Which was advertised as a romantic comedy, and it's not. It's more of a starting over movie that you're never too old to start over.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. So, Hitchcock with Anthony... I mean, just the stars in this movie is great. Anthony Hopkins, Helen Mirren, Scarlett Johansson, Jessica Biel. This movie is great. I loved it. It's so funny. I know it's not. Some of it's not supposed to be funny, but it's pretty funny. Anthony Hopkins as Alfred Hitchcock was good. Grudge Match. We picked this up actually at a pawn shop after Black Friday 2 years ago for $1. I haven't watched it yet, and I love the picture on the front because that's actually a picture from Rocky and Raging Bull. This is not how they looked, because Sylvester Stallone is covered in tattoos now.
Yeah. Legally Blonde.
The first one's not bad. Skip the second one.
Yeah, definitely. Harold and Kumar.
Yeah, go to White Castle and go to and Escape from Guantanamo Bay. The Christmas one is awful. But these two, especially the first one, is really good.
Yeah, I prefer White Castle.
Sandra Bullock, Melissa McCarthy in The Heat. If you haven't seen this movie is hilarious. Melissa McCarthy is the badass cop. It's funny. Just the things that she says in the movie is great. We have a 3-pack of The Goonies, Gremlins, and Gremlins 2, The New Batch. All classic movies. Really enjoyed it. What I like is most people think that Steven Spielberg directed Gremlins. Actually, it was a guy named Joe Dante. So, but I love all these movies. Next, we have another 3-pack. It's called The Guys Being Guys pack. It's the Tom Hanks Bachelor Party, Revenge of the Nerds, and Porky's. It's funny, is Bachelor Party is the only one who doesn't have sequels, and the other two actually have quite a few sequels. Porky's has
4.
3, and Revenge of the Nerds has 4. And what's funny is most people don't know is Porky's and A Christmas Story were directed by the same guy. Written and directed by the same guy. He also did a movie called Black Christmas, a horror movie, which is a very good movie. So, and then we have a cheap double pack of Hollywood Homicide and Hudson Hawk. Hudson Hawk is probably one of the worst movies ever made. It's so bad. And you can tell, like, halfway through it, Bruce Willis and Demi Moore decided, hey, we're going on vacation for a month right in the middle of filming of this movie.
Oh.
So, we have a very awful movie, actually, called Burying the Ex. Now, the story's not a bad idea, and most of the acting is great. What is bad is the main guy, Anton Yelchin. He is Chekhov in the Star Trek movies. Everybody else is great. He's terrible in this movie. So, but this is also directed by Joe Dante.
You'll recognize Ashley Greene from the Twilight movies.
And Alexandria Daddario?
Yeah.
She is off the Percy Jackson movies.
Oh.
I can't remember her name. Some people might remember her from True Detective Season 1. Yeah, that makes me sound like a pervert, but hey. We have the classic Shaun of the Dead.
Always awesome.
Yeah. Most people hate it because it's like everybody's like, it's so great. I love it because it's good. Because itself it's good. It may not be the greatest zombie comedy or comedy ever, but it's really good.
Followed up with the sequel, Hot Fuzz.
Well, it's the sequel in the Blood and Ice Cream, or Blood and Coronado trilogy, but not really.
It's not truly a sequel.
Yeah. I actually thought this movie was much funner and great. So.
And what I believe should have been part of the pack instead of the At World's End.
Yeah. This is Paul. The only difference between this movie and the other, Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead, is that Edgar Wright, the director, was not involved. This movie is hilarious. Seth Rogen as Paul, as the voice of Paul, is great. Everything else works really well. Even Kristen Wiig isn't too bad, and I personally don't really like her. So, this is the end. This is a apocalyptic movie with all of these people on the cover starring as themselves. And Emma Watson stealing all their shit. Once you watch the movie, you'll understand that. We have an Elizabeth Banks movie called Walk of Shame. It's pretty funny. A British movie called Wild Targets.
Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
And Rupert.
Rupert Grint and Bill Nighy. I think that's it.
Bill... I have no idea how to say his name. You see him everywhere.
It's a British comedy, so it's kind of got a drier sense of humor, but it's pretty funny. And the two Clint Eastwood monkey movies, Any Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can. The movies are really funny. I really enjoy them. And so it mixes, fist fighting and the monkey shenanigans. So, Extract with Jason Bateman. Mila Kunis, Kristen Wiig again, and Ben Affleck. Really funny movie, actually. I don't know really how to explain it, but if you have a chance to watch it, definitely do. Now, this movie is the one that scars you for life. This is called Frankie Go Boom, and it's got
Ron Perlman in drag.
Yeah, and it's also got Charlie Hyman, Jax from Sons of Anarchy. But yeah, I want you to take a real good close look at this. That is Ron Perlman in drag. Oops, this is a lot of focus, but definitely check it out. It's really funny. Disney's Sky High. Superhero high school, basically.
It's cute.
Mm-hmm. Fanboys. But actually, the reason I picked this up is because that is Christian Bale in a Leia costume. Was enough for me. Sorry. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which I actually laughed my ass off for this movie. I'm not usually the biggest fan of these types of movies because I didn't like the 40-year-old version or Knocked Up, but this movie was funny. Ryan Reynolds' first big movie, Van Wilder, which was good.
And Tara Reid before she was drunk.
Probably during. But yeah.
So she held it together for this one.
Yeah. She's still a television actress, but hey. And this is a Chow Yun-Fat. This is Let the Bullets Fly, and which most people are asking, why is this in the comedy section? This is actually a comedy. It's a set in the 30s, I believe, gangster comedy movie. I haven't yet to watch it yet, but Kevin Smith's Dogma, the much protested movie, which in fact he protested himself, and nobody noticed.
I love that place.
Yeah. Dodgeball, the only movie I can stand Ben Stiller in.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah. Here Comes the Boom, which surprised me. Actually, a lot funnier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Bass Rutten in it was really funny. Magic Mike.
Double XL. That's
Yeah.
the second one.
Which they skipped all the drama from the first one and just went for a comedy. And it's pretty funny, actually. There's a lot of funny situations and stuff in it.
And the last one for this shelf.
Oh, You've Got Mail.
You've Got Mail.
It's a romantic comedy with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. So that's it for now. And we'll do the rest of the comedy. And I believe we're getting into drama after that. So next time.